You could typically break down your SEO strategies into two components. One is on-site and one is off-site. What is on-site? On-site SEO is basically what you do on or to your website that helps you with the ranking. Like I talked about content, I talked about metadata, keywords, all those are considered on-site. So it's stuff you're doing within your website. Off-site is stuff you're doing outside. You could have an article posted on eHow. You could have a video, for example, posted on eHow. That's backlinked to your website. That's all. Anything outside your website, social media and stuff, it's offsite. It's considered offsite. Original content is king. Again, Google says that don't focus too much on keywords. Try to focus more on providing information to your clients. That's unique. Again, try to do blogs. Try to do case studies. Maybe it's a little time consuming, but this is something you invest in your business. For example, if you're a law firm, you helped a particular client in a certain case, just take 5 minutes in your day to kind of just bullet point it and maybe write down what the issue was with the client, how did you tackle it and how did you resolve it and stuff like that. That could just be a blog. And then keywords, right? I'll tell you how to use the Google AdWords keyword planner. So that basically takes out the guesswork out of what keywords work and doesn't work. Competitor analysis, I like to do that as more of a supplemental thing. How that helps is you want to look at your competitor for a few reasons, right? See what competitors in your industry are doing to rank. Like look at the top 3 or 4 people ranking in your industry. Check out their website, see their keywords. What are they using? What's working for them? What is the strategies? How do they improve their how is their user interface? And when you go to the website, how does it work? What works? What do you like about it? And kind of use that. But please make sure don't copy or take information directly, because Google and other search engines have very easy ways to find duplicate content. Meta description, like I talked about already, meta keywords don't matter, it's only the title and description matters. So try to keep your meta title so each page has a meta title and description, so try to keep your title under 90 characters. That's recommended, because beyond that anyway you can't see. And how do you find out like what really is meta title in the stuff that I'm talking about? What you could simply do is go to any website, right? And then do a right click on their homepage or whichever web page you're looking at and do a view source. And that will basically take you to the HTML section of the website. And I did just an example for Website Jungle. So here you see meta name is equal to description. So that's the title. So you want to keep the title under 90 characters. This is not my formula, this is Google. And then you want to keep the description under 150. I've seen descriptions which are like 6 to 7 lines long, like of companies. It's not only is it useless, but it could sometimes negatively affect. I'm sorry, title is 60 here. I have it. Title under 60 characters, and then your description is 155. So this is what I showed you in the back, on the back behind the web page. This is what it looks like, and in the front, when somebody searches, for example, web design company, Jersey City, you see. You're here on the first page, and you see the title here, and then you see this is the description. That's how you look at it. So there was a third component. It's probably further down here, but it'll say meta property equal to keywords, but that's not relevant anymore because Google decided that we are going to take that from your content, and we're not going to really look at this. What this does is. So does anybody, first of all, know, like when you type a keyword in Google, what really happens? Like, does anybody know? Like, how do they get this information? Does it, any idea? No?
Well, when I start typing something, it starts showing me
that's recommendation, right? Yeah. How is it able to do it that fast though? Like there's like billions and billions of websites, right? So what Google does is, I basically use what you call crawlers, right? So day in and day out is just crawling these websites, even before you search, even before anybody search. All it's doing is crawling and kind of indexing it or putting it in a database, right, on a day-to-day basis. So they already have like certain keywords where they've kind of consolidated their information about different websites. So that's why when you key in a certain keyword, it's like instantaneously able to say. So the point is, when you're keying in, it's not really going around the web and pulling information. No, it's already been pulled before, and that's why it's able to, it's just extracting from its database. So make sure the title and the description that I spoke about has to be like unique for each page. Don't, like, there's typically a tendency to repeat the same, you know, even if you're providing just one service, cleaning services, try to, if it's an About Us page, you need to make sure you talk about your company and not just like about, you know, about your contact information or stuff like that. So it has to be relevant to your, relevant to that page. We talked about product images. Not only is quality images good for user experience, but you also want to alt tag them, which is nothing but the name. So red sofa spring collection .jpg instead of just image1.jpg. Sitemap. What is sitemap? Sitemap is nothing but the hierarchy of the web pages, right? Again, because Google is not a person, it's you know, it's this program. So you have to tell it, you know, this is my website and this is my, these are the main pages I have and these are the sub pages I have. If you put a sitemap, typically there's free programs on the website. So on the internet, if you search for a free sitemap, XML sitemap generator, and you plug in your website, it'll typically generate an XML sitemap, and all you have to ask is you ask your developer to put it in the root directory, and that's what is recommended. So 301, this is one of the coolest tricks, you know, I've recommended to some of my clients is, so if your site doesn't have this 301 redirect, what it does is Google basically considers your site with a www.mysite.com, for example, right? It's considered a different site than http without the www. It's considered two sites. Why is that bad? Because now if you have 1,000 visitors a month, it's getting divided among two sites. And Google is basically dividing all your efforts into two, dividing by two, right? That doesn't help. You want all, you know, you want your traffic, you want your optimization all to work for that one site. So once you do the 301 redirect, you'll see that whether I type websitejungle.com or whether I type www.websitejungle, it's automatically redirected to one. Missing pages. So a lot of time you'll see when you click on a certain link, it'll say, sorry, missing pages. It's good to have a redirect. A lot of companies just redirect it to the home page. I don't recommend that. If there's a broken link, you know, either redirect it to one level above, a page above it, or just there's nothing wrong in just showing a missing page, that this page doesn't exist. You know, please find another relevant link, something like that.